You don't think about the wet hay. You let the wet hay think about you.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. Being joined, as always, by the sexy flexy himself. What's up, bud?
Yeah, ready for a good show, man.
Let's make it happen.
You know, I'm feeling it today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can feel it. Okay, that just made it a bad show.
Yeah. No, I hate Phil Collins. I'm going to put that out there right now.
Most people do.
Yes.
Except for joining us this week, not only a shitstorm, but also a huge Phil Collins fan. That is Erica of Necknosh fame.
Well, hi guys. My dad used to listen to Phil Collins a lot, so I just went there. I was like,
Isn't he just
yeah.
the worst?
No, yeah, he is the worst.
Are you more?
Can things? Is that him?
Yeah, that's
Is that him?
It's Genesis, but yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
same thing.
Well, that was my next question. Are you a bigger Phil Collins fan or Genesis fan?
Probably Genesis.
Genesis
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Or either. But yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone is like,
It's okay.
stop talking about Phil Collins. No, one
who,
cares.
What?
Well, yeah, because everyone's like, he's the worst.
Yeah,
No,
and millennials probably have
worst.
no idea. Well,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys are
right.
kind of
Isn't he also Susu Studio?
Correct.
yes.
Was that not
Which-
the most annoying song
Well, I
ever
was going to
made?
say, what the fuck does that even mean?
Nothing? It can't mean anything, can it?
It's fucking stupid.
So
Yeah,
stupid.
the music video was dumb and yeah.
Just everything. There's about 20 songs you can name of his, and it's just like,
And they're all dumb.
I hate you. I hate
Yeah.
you, Phil Collins.
Young folk that are listening to us, look them up. Let us know what you think. I have a feeling you'll hate them. Top listening city of last week. Shout out to San Diego, California. What's up down there in Dago?
It's by you, yeah.
Yeah, it's where happy happens. At least that used to be their slogan. I don't know if it still is, but it's where happy happens for me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Nobody ever admittedly leaves San Diego. And
no.
if they do, they come back.
Yeah,
They
oh yeah.
always come back.
That's my life goal, is to be able to like move down there and work remotely, completely remotely. And
I feel like
I
you
love
could
San
do
Diego.
that. You just got to work the right parts.
Right parts of what?
Always
don't
got to
know.
work the right parts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's key to a good marriage. Work the right parts. Sorry, everybody.
come on, you can do it.
Yeah, we'll quickly move on from that. A lot to get to today. I went on a trip that I'd like to talk about because somebody in this group was there for some of that. Some booze news to get to, and Blue Moon. We talked about Blue Moon and their NA beer that they're unfortunately releasing soon. And
Anybody unfortunately releases.
yeah, we got a lot of feedback from that, so we'll talk about that. But before we get anywhere, let's get to answering some very important questions.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Do you need any like Pepto or anything? Or
Nah, somebody was in here, was making noises. It was fucking weird.
wow, that's weird.
Super weird. Today, the answer to the most important question. Flex is drinking Pure Project, thanks to his friend Greg,
Oh, I like
of-
that guy.
Craft Beer Republic. Lucky I know him. River of No Return,
Oh yeah,
the collab with Kern River Brewing.
that's a good one. I wish I had more left.
Yes. So Untapped is 4.06. It's super solid.
Very respectable.
6.8%. They list 0
Right in
IBUs
that wheelhouse.
because who cares about IBUs?
Especially in a hazy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what it is, by the way. It is a. It's not even a hazy. It's a murky.
murky.
Don't be a
Yeah,
dick.
sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies. Pure.
So it reads in a very Stone-esque way.
Uh-oh.
We joined forces again with Kern River Brewing to bring you River of No Return, a murky IPA where we showcase Nelson Sub-Zero Hop Kief for the first time. This pale-hued brew entices with aromas of pineapple and lychee, while flavors of passion fruit and citrus captivate with a hint of resin. The New Zealand-sourced Sub-Zero Hop Kief adds a juicy touch, complementing the... Hold on. I hate this saying it, because I always get it wrong. complementing the Oregon Strata and Washington Mosaic Cryo
That's pretty
hops.
good.
Okay. Grab your boat, kayak, or inner tube and set off down the river with this extraordinary IPA, except you will not return. I made up that last part. So,
Liar.
So what they said, pineapple lychee on the old Schnoz, all right?
I couldn't even begin to tell you what lychee smells or even really tastes like.
It does smell like lychee, so that's pretty crazy.
Oh, good to know. Lychee smells like lychee?
Super
Yeah,
sweet.
it's way more lychee than pineapple, which is fun for me.
Oh,
Because I'm a
produce
nerd.
expert.
Yeah.
Dear, I like lychees.
I'm gonna bask in this for just like 2 more seconds.
Yeah,
Well,
keep on
Can
basking.
I be honest? When every time you said kief, I was thinking of another word that sounds very close to that because you just don't hear the word kief very often.
I don't know. Is that even the word? Like KIEF?
Yeah.
Is that kief?
Yeah,
right?
kief. What were you thinking of?
Queef?
Wow.
Well, it kept sounding like queef. How often do you say kief?
How often do you say queef?
Yeah.
No. My inner middle schooler came out. It's finally
Fetishes
catching
are
up with
coming
you
out.
two.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's
No.
like on the daily, let me tell you. Always talking about it.
It's a weird word, kief.
Do you know how long
sounds
it's
like
been
queef.
since I've said queef? Like, I'm so glad you brought that back
Yeah.
into my
It's
vernacular.
so long that we didn't even
Bring
know what
queef
you were
back.
talking
Can you
about.
put
Yeah.
that tagline in the
Hashtag bring back queef.
whoops?
All
Yeah.
right. Can I get back to my beer, please?
Could you
Yeah, please do. Will you focus?
All right. So super strong lychee present on the schnoz. And
It doesn't smell like a queef.
tongue jobber. Here we go.
Sounds like a queef.
Is that what it sounds like, you freak?
Oh, we've lost Erica. We've lost the listeners as well.
Please focus, you guys. Why did you write this in my
Okay.
dialogue that I have to say
Okay.
these terrible things, Greg? I mean,
Yeah.
So that passion fruit citrus on the tongue jobber, that nails it, man.
Ooh. Lychee?
This description was like 100% accurate.
Pure knows what they're talking
And
about.
I love that with beers.
Yeah.
More than just like, hey, you'll get hints of citrus or, tropical notes. Like the fact that they can pinpoint this is astounding to me.
Have you had anything from Kern River besides this collab right here?
Never in my life.
Oh, I really like Kern River's stuff. They do some great IPAs and pales and stuff. They had one that was called, I think it was called River Buddy. It was a pale ale. It was like a hazy pale. I haven't seen it honestly in years.
I do
It
know
was
you like
so
pales.
good. I like me some pales. Hazy pales are my jam. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Brother.
But no, this is a super fantastic beer, man. There's
Yeah,
zero bitterness on the back end whatsoever. It's super light. It is refreshing. The pale hue of the beer. That's like my
Looking
favorite.
beer.
It's
Yeah.
my absolute favorite look on a beer, on a hazy. So
I'm glad I was able to get you some before I killed it. That one was so good. It didn't last long.
yeah, I'm shocked that you even sent this.
Me too. So nice.
Yeah, you're
Way to go, me.
the nicest
was it your birthday?
friend ever. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like I always tell him like don't do it.
He gets mad at me when I send
I
him
do.
shit.
I do.
But I was a month late, so does that make it any better?
No, because don't do it.
You need some
Guys.
fucking West Coast beers.
Well, yeah, this is
You
delicious.
two and your love languages.
Yeah.
So cute.
He's a weirdo.
So just for some education, kief,
Continue.
Kief. I always know it from like a weed situation. Like,
Okay.
I've heard of it in weed. So kief on its own is the cannabis flower's most potent part, containing a high concentration of cannabinoids and terpenes in its tiny sticky crystals, also called dry sift or pollen. Kief refers to the flower's trichomes resin glands. Typically, kief is the crystal formation on the tip of each of these glands. They're like super concentrated when you're talking about weed.
Okay,
And hops are related to weed.
correct.
So Sub-Zero Hop Kief is an all-new concentrated hop product from the Freestyle Hop Farms. Similar in concept to cryogenic pellets, Hop Kief is essentially concentrated lupulin from hops, leaving behind nearly all of the vegetable matter from the plant. So And you use it you're supposed to only use it on the cold side. So you can like dry hop the shit out of something with the kief, and like it's way more concentrated and strong. And I said kief.
Was it? No, you said
laughing.
it like 5 times. Is your goal to say it as many times as you possibly can?
Yeah. One of them I should have said queef.
learning you some things.
I'm just trying to get nerdy for everybody. So enjoy your queef.
Every time I hear it. Every time I hear it.
This is a podcast to
throwing
learn
it at me.
doctors.
Yeah.
Constantly throwing it at me.
Can't believe you. I'm
All
so
right,
embarrassed.
Thanks for teaching us about the kiefs.
Yes, the kiefs with a K.
Yep. Got
Yeah.
it.
Not a QU.
Not a cue.
All right. Let's move on from the quick.
Can
the
we
kief.
please?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it never happened.
Like I said, Blue Moon released that NA beer. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, and we talked about how A, shitty Blue Moon is, but B, how like everyone only knows it for
the Belgian wit.
the Belgian, which is not the name that's the name of the brewery. It's not the name of the beer. Well, Davis, your Lord and Savior over there, who comes to your
Davis
rescue
is
at
my
all
man.
times. First of all, he saved you with the whole ice cream thing too. He texted me a picture of the Blue Moon Brewery. He had been there, and he said, Blue Moon, he starts over the ice cream. He said, Blue Moon ice cream is definitely a thing, but more in the Milwaukee area than up north.
Yeah,
In
up
quotes,
north. Yeah.
north,
There we go.
where he grew up. The Blue Moon Brewery in Denver is an amazing space and has some pretty good beer. I was reluctant to go there, but some people from out of town wanted to. I was pleasantly surprised and have taken other visitors there since. It's also close to a great concert venue. Here's a picture, and he shows it's a cool looking brewery. And he wasn't the only one to reach out about Blue Moon the brewery. He was the only one to reach about Blue Moon the ice cream. But
well, he's the only one who would understand.
Yeah, exactly. Vanessa, hi Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hey.
She reached out, sent me a picture of their tap list, which from Blue Moon Brewery, which is ginormous, 24 beers on
I
tap.
was going to say, it was a lot.
Yeah, and said she's been to Blue Moon and was very pleasantly surprised, and that the food was good as well.
I like food.
Yeah, so
really
I've
do.
heard.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, every
How
now
do their
and then.
French fries rate?
Oh, they better be good.
That's talk. Who knows? Probably
So
not
anyway.
that good.
Yeah, they're not Eagle Park good. I mean, what?
Might as well move
Yeah,
the
but
onion
it is.
rings. Yeah, just those
Yeah.
are in their own category.
Yeah, just go for the curlies. Don't
I had
fuck
some
around.
French fries earlier today. And
From Eagle
like,
Park?
No, but they were nowhere close to like being as good. It was just
Yeah.
like you eat it and you're like, oh yeah, it's a French fry.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like
our power went
tell
out.
ya.
Lazy Dog French fries are actually pretty good. Do you have Lazy Dog
Oh.
where you are, Flex? Probably not. But that
No.
chain though, right? Of
we do down
Greggy.
here.
I'd
Yeah,
never even
they're
heard of it.
actually pretty good food.
It was pretty good. The beer, now the beer is made by Melvin.
Melvin makes their beer.
Yeah, for a long time it was Golden Road, and now it's Melvin. So
Now it's not bad.
craft again.
Yeah.
All right. The other thing I want to talk about, and I'm glad Erica's here to corroborate any stories. The wife and I went to Tahoe last weekend.
Tahoe.
Tahoe. The main
It'll never
reason
be
for
the same.
the main reason for the trip was Foo Fighters were up there. They were performing, and so had to go to the Foo Fighters concert. First time we'd seen them. First time since COVID that we've
Did you
seen them
cry?
in person. First time we've seen them since Taylor died, and I absolutely fucking cried.
Okay.
Like, yo, I'm
Aw.
such a baby. So we went to Andrew McMahon concert. Well, I talked about this, the Sad Summer Fest a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. And like when he came out, it's not even the first time I've seen him since COVID, but when he came out and like hit my favorite song, I was like, it's not the tongue jobber, by the way. That was me crying. And then like, yeah, Foo Fighters came out, did a couple songs, and I was like, yeah, I was super into it. And I forget what song it was. They hit one song and I was like, I'm not crying, you're crying. And they, at one point, they played Aurora, which is not a song they ever play. And he's like, we're going to play this song forever now because this was Taylor's favorite song. And I was like, shut up.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. So they played Aurora, which I don't think I've ever heard live, and I've seen them a bunch of times. So, and people kept asking me, like, how great could the concert be? You've seen them a bunch of times. Like, first of all, they put on a kick-ass show.
It doesn't matter how many times
Every
you see
time.
one band.
Yeah, live
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
is-
And they drastically changed up the set list. Like, it was very different than it's been in the past. So that was cool too. But what a fucking kick-ass show. It was a tiny venue. It was called like Harvey's up in
Nice.
Tahoe. It was tiny. It was great. We're down in GA. We're staying in the back, like trying to avoid everybody, like losers. Drinks were expensive, but not as expensive as Southern California. So that was nice. Yeah. it was like $16 for a beer instead of 18. So good stuff. Yeah, great show. But anyway, so like we flew in and we flew in and not only did we stay with Erica for a night, not only was she nice enough to put us up for a night, but we got to hang out with Clarice, the world's creepiest fucking statue.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah.
That busted
really
me
creepy.
up. I didn't see that coming. It's like
we were sitting outside drinking some beers, hitting the tap, and I was like, where the fuck is Clarice? Like, I need to, where's your creepy statue?
Like, she's behind us. What? She was. Yeah. She was just right around the corner, but I did not see that coming. They're like, can we get a photo with Clarice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I needed
creepy fetishes.
I needed to see the world's creepiest fucking statue. Did not disappoint.
She's right there.
Good. Yeah.
Just hanging out every day.
Looming behind us. He had no idea. They had no idea. They'd walked out. Clarice was like right there, but they had no idea because she was just beyond the shadows.
Yeah.
Just beyond
and
the
apologies
shadows.
to McDreamy that we killed the fucking keg that night without him.
Okay. When the power was out, we didn't want to open the fridge. So he's like, let's go hit the keg. I'm like, I think Greg said he thinks it's blown. Yeah. We blew that in 3 days. We didn't even have a party.
Dude.
Wow.
You guys are getting hydrated.
As my brother's like 6'7" and like 350. And I think he drank a lot. I'm going to blame him. He was in town.
It's a big brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think it was you, me, and the wife hanging out. And I think we'd each had like 2 or 3 beers at that point. And I was like, I'm going to go refill. Who wants a refill? And I got one more, I think, in your glass. And it was like, pop, 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 pop. I was like, oh, bad news, everybody.
Well, it was so foamy. You're like, do you know to pull it all the way back? I'm like, I own this tap. Okay. I know how to pull it back.
You know what it is? It's, whenever people come over to my house,
Look
even
at
people
Greg
who
mansplaining
know,
like a dick.
I know, I'm such a dick.
This is a tap.
I know, I'm such a dick. People come over to my house all the time and they'll like half pull down the handle.
They do.
And they're like, why is your beer so foamy? It's not pouring right. I'm like, no, you're not pouring right. Like, fucking pull the handle down. And I'll explain to him multiple times. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
I
didn't mean to mansplain. Yeah. Little did we know it was the end of the keg.
Never inviting him again.
Never again. So. He blew the keg and he mansplained. That's 2 strikes.
Yeah. Only need one more. Let's see what happens in GABF.
Clarice has a close eye on you.
I know. So then we did our Tahoe shit. We tried a bunch of breweries up there. They were mostly pretty not great.
Rough beer in Tahoe.
Yeah. Erica, have you been to like a good brewery in Tahoe? Like,
yeah, Alibi Ale Works, which is near Truckee, the one that had the Chance of Crowds. I think I may have given you one, or yes. I also gave you their pale. They're great. You gave me
one of them, yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's not in Tahoe.
Yeah, like they consider that Truckee Tahoe, but no, like those ones we went to, not good. The average.
So I won't even name them. We went to 2 breweries in South Lake Tahoe, and then when on Saturday, the Saturday that I was there, you came up and Miss Tipsy Socks was there.
Yeah.
Camping it up. Yeah. So we met up. It's always nice when you meet people from the gram and they don't suck. There's like a high likelihood they could suck.
Big fan of that.
Yeah. And she did not suck. So that was great. She was not wearing socks though. So I unfollowed her immediately.
Everyone unfollow her if she's not wearing socks. And if she shows her face, done.
Oh God. Yeah.
Forget it.
She's wearing flip-flops and I had to look at her face. So I unfollowed her. Only she will get that.
She's so adorable. She's so cute. I love her.
We went to 2 breweries. Is that considered like North Tahoe? Where were we?
Yeah, like Northwest Tahoe.
Yeah, we were the other side of where we were staying. We went to 2 breweries that one was not good, one was fine, is how I would rate them.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
It was just something I Googled. Yeah, and not great. And Tahoe water. And no, I mean, there was nothing from there that I wanted to take home or write home about. So either one.
Yeah. There was one brewery in South Lake Tahoe that had a really good Pilsner. All the other beer that we tried almost all of them, were just not good, but their Pilsner was really good. And the wife goes, why do you think it is that their Pilsner is so good? Which means obviously they know what they're doing to some extent, but like their IPAs are not good. And I was like, I wonder if it's the water is
I was just thinking that. It's so clean.
Because like San Diego, notoriously has shitty hard water, and that's why the West Coast IPAs worked out there.
Yeah. Sticks right to it. Clingy.
Yeah.
That Pilsner is so clean and nice. You might be onto something there, but definitely Alibi Ale Works.
Maybe.
That's a good one. We'll get you back.
Yeah, you sent me one of theirs, and that was a good one. So I wish they would make their way into Tahoe a
Agreed.
little more. But our hotel that we stayed at had a ton of beers on tap, and luckily they weren't super local. It was funny. We walked in, they're like, yeah, we only have local beers. And I was like, shit. And I was like, what do you got? And she starts naming all these beers. It's like, all right, they were local to California. They were not local to Tahoe. They had a really good beer selection on tap at the hotel.
Perfect.
So did some damage there. But
it was great seeing you guys.
But yeah,
awesome.
It was a good time. It was great.
It worked out.
Yeah. It was great seeing you guys hanging out with McDreamy, and
Made it
I'm
out.
glad he can make it out.
Totally.
McDreamy broke out one of his fucking Euro beers for us too.
Oh, he
Interesting.
did the Westie 12. West Veltern 12. It's like, brewed in Belgium, totally pure. I don't know as much about all those fancy schmancy beers, but it's a big freaking deal. And we shipped a bunch back legally. And it's one of the top rated beers in the world. Cracked it open because Greg was here.
Is it really?
And just had it at like 10 a.m. Let's open a Westie 12. I don't know.
This guy sounds like a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got back from doing his rounds and was like, hey, you want a beer?
Like, I'm not on call anymore. Let's
Who doesn't?
crack this baby open.
Yeah, I only got to drive the next hour and a half.
Right. I know. He's like, here, Greg.
Is it? Was it like high ABV?
Yeah, I think it was like 10.5%.
Do you think it was? That's such a nice, clean beer. I don't know. I'd have to Google it.
I remember at one point he said, hey, do you want to try this? And I said, yeah, as long as it's not crazy high ABV, because we got to drive an hour and a half up to Tahoe. And he goes, I don't think it is. And he breaks it out and he goes, oh, it's like 10.5%. I was like, all right.
Whoops.
I mean, we're sharing it. It's fine.
Yeah. It was like a 12-ounce bottle that 4 people shared, right? I mean, it was pretty small. It was Oh, it is. It's 10.2%. Good job.
There you go.
Belgian quad.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Nice and clean. And we've had it for 5 years. So
Wow.
Aged well, and it was
Aged
not
well.
overly banana-y, so that was nice.
No.
Banana-y
That's
and
good.
clovey and
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
funky, dusty. It was probably a little dusty, but
Well, dusty. So
Yeah.
There's no wet hay in this Belgian quad.
I just explained to somebody how much I hate wet hay in beers. They were like, "Hey, what is we were at Pedals last week. Like, what's a saison?" I was like, "Does wet hay sound attractive to you?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Don't order it then. Like, unless the sound of wet hay sounds good, just don't fucking order a saison."
I don't think saisons are that bad.
some can be very nice and light,
Some can.
Yeah, and then
Some-
some can be very funky.
borderline Band-Aid.
Yes.
The other,
More
just-
than borderline. Yeah.
yeah.
To be fair, I did not try the one at Pedals. So Monica, I'm sorry. I'm not talking poorly of your saison. I didn't even try it, but
It's only fair because you don't like any of them. So why would you like
That's
hers?
true.
it just
You
seems
need-
pointless.
right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about those untapped people. It's like, I don't
Right.
like IPAs. So this gets a 2. It's like,
1.5.
well, if you don't like it- yeah,
Tastes
right.
like shit. Tastes like a normal saison. I hate it.
Right.
Saisons and farmhouse ales,
Same thing
I
to
think,
me.
underrated.
Overrated.
I
think
like farmhouse
underrated.
ales. They get
Yeah.
kind of funky.
I
It's just
very
like
rarely.
Like that.
I don't know.
Fresh
It's like
cow.
they're like nice warm weather beers.
I just whenever you get to wet hay and gym socks
You
and
don't think about the wet hay.
well, just those descriptors.
You let the wet hay think
Just
about you.
munch on the hay. Just
I've had a couple that were okay, but overall, one time I had a really good. It was like super dry hopped saison. I actually really enjoyed that. Like it covered up the musk, and you had that like light farmhousey like summer drinking with like a nice dry hoppy hint of funk, not a fucking barn in a hurricane funk.
Yeah, I
It was-
can dig that.
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah. Musk.
Wish I could remember
That's
who made that.
Never
Well, at
a
least
good
it
thing
sound
when
like-
you use the word musk.
It's not like cow shit is on like the flavor notes. Like-
Sometimes.
I'd take wet hay over cow shit.
Yeah, I'd take neither though over tropical fruits and pillowy mouthfeel.
Yeah. Is this mutually exclusive? Because let's go for none. Let's just stay out of the whole category.
Yeah, let's
Get out of
pass
the
on all
farm.
of that.
Get out of the farm. Get into the mall. Greg belongs in the mall. Come on. He's a city boy.
I'm a mall rat. Yeah,
There
such a
you go.
valley girl. Like, oh my god. All right, let's get out of the farm and make a call to the pen. Oh, look at that transition.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer. Well, speaking of the Tahoe trip and hanging out with Miss Tipsy Socks,
Tahoe!
Idaho? Tahoe.
Sorry, I just get
Didn't
excited
work.
every time I hear the name Tahoe.
I
Okay.
see. She was nice enough to gift both of us a couple of beers, and apparently we talk shit, or at least I talk shit about Utah beers or
We all
something.
do.
Well, 'cause,
Everybody does without even knowing the
I mean, I
reality
talk shit
of it.
about Utah
Well, their
a
max
lot.
ABV is like 3%. So
On tap.
We-
on tap.
Yeah, I think
That's
3.5.
the key. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
learning.
lot of weird shit. No beers on Sundays, that kind of thing. As she gave us each 2 beers, and as she handed them over, she said, "You can't talk shit about Utah beer." And I was like, "Well, first of all, sure I can. Watch me."
yeah,
Watch me.
You
Hold my
can.
beer
Yeah.
and watch this.
But I'm not going to talk shit about. I will
No.
talk shit endlessly about Utah, the state, but I will not talk shit about Utah beer because thanks to her, we are drinking Circleback, which is a West Coast IPA from Helper Beer, who I've never heard of before.
Nope.
5%, so I think it fits whatever legalities Utah has to offer. Has a 4.3 in Untapped, respectable. Not a ton of ratings, but very respectable. And my favorite part about this beer is the description on Untapped. It says West Coast.
I love
That's
it.
That's it.
I mean, keep it simple, right? Utah
Keep
straight.
it West Coast.
Keep it westie. And couple of things. Number one, this does deserve at least a 4 in my opinion. You get a little bit a yeasty aroma, but it's not so overpowering, but it kind of mellows out like the pininess, and I dig it. Actually, really
I get
dig
a
it.
little more pine on the aroma, but like, yeah, as you drink it, it's not a super like harsh, piney flavor. It's very
No.
soft for a West Coast.
Yeah, it's pretty subtle for West Coast. And I have to be honest about, I think I shared this before, when Sterling was ranking residencies, Utah,
McDreamy?
I was like, oh, fuck. I will
Nobody knows who
never
Sterling
learn.
is.
Anyways, I said, no, Utah. Absolutely.
Me too.
I won't go anywhere in Utah. And it was solely based on my beer bias, which is so stupid because I didn't know anything about it.
Stupid.
No, it's pretty on point there.
All I knew is there were rules and I didn't want to deal with them. And now I've tried several beers from Steph and they're all good. They're all good, but there's still rules, right? Those don't go
Right.
away. But
Yeah. So Steph, socks. I'm not going to talk shit about Utah beer, but I will talk shit about Utah endlessly. The beer is great. Thank you for the beer.
yes, thank you for the beer.
Utah and their fucked up
very
rules can
good.
suck it.
I could drink this beer all day, to be honest with you. It's, I don't know. It's just kind of more mellow than most West Coast, but
Yeah, and at 5%, it's really like an all day drinker. It's pretty
It's like a
easy
session, like a
yeah.
yeah,
every other
for
Utah
Flex,
beer.
that's like just a water chaser.
Yeah. It's
Just-
borderline pale ale at this point. But yeah, it's good. I enjoy it. I love the can art. It's kind of trippy and zebra-y.
Trippy and simple, and
Helper
yeah,
beer.
I bet she has a pair of socks that matches this, to be honest with you, because she has like
Guaranteed.
she sent me some socks. She has like every type of sock in existence.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I've already
She's
unfollowed
super
her
rad.
because I had to see her feet last week.
I
when we were
know she
hanging
told
out,
us
but,
she told us these stories about people who unfollow her because she does this or that. She
like
doesn't
she'll
give a
post a
shit
picture
because she's who
without
she is.
socks and people unfollow her. She'll post her face and people unfollow. I'm like, wait, there's nothing wrong with her face. Just so
Yeah,
everyone
she's
knows, there's
adorable.
nothing wrong with her face.
No, it's not. It's just people like obviously have a foot fetish, so they're like, "What are you doing, messing with my?"
yeah,
Foot pics.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super fucked up.
Okay,
Little
I was
weird.
wondering where you're gonna go with that. Like, yeah, I'm like, get it, or
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's-
Flex is like, yeah, I'm only here for the feet.
I'm only here.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even try and make people think that. Not into feet.
Nah,
I'm just-
for the record, Flex
I
stated.
don't
Yeah.
love feet. I don't hate feet. Feet are feet. Everybody has them, so you just you go about your business with them, right?
Feet are like hands.
We can't do anything about
They
them.
serve a purpose. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just there.
Okay, McDreamy has a thing about teeth and feet. The guy cuts people open. He deals with all kinds of shit, but teeth and feet, he's like,
He loves them.
Just no. He's like, absolutely.
Oh.
Sorry,
Hard pass.
I need to be clear. Yeah, hard pass on the teeth and feet. Just keep that shit away from me. Okay,
That's weird.
we can deal with.
Yeah, feet don't do it for me at all. I don't
But
want
feet
to.
don't bother me at all.
Okay.
Feet are dirty.
Well,
Well, when you have size 16, I mean, that picks up a lot of shit, Dragon
They
Claw.
pick up a lot of dirt.
There's so much surface area you're covering. I mean, I get the dirty.
Yeah. Bigger than a fucking Swiffer. What can I say?
I don't know, but like hands are dirtier than feet.
Not if you wash them.
They're fucking dirty.
It's from Wisconsin, Craig. Give him a break.
What does that mean?
They wash them with cheese or something?
I don't understand what she's getting at with Wisconsin and hands, but fuck, that's...
Flex, do you not wash your hands? What's
I
happening?
wash your hands all the time.
All right, glad to
It's
hear
like
it.
you wash your hands and you touch something and it's immediately tainted, right?
Yeah.
Are you washing your hands every 6 minutes?
I mean, on a good day, yeah.
Oh, well, then you got me.
Right. That was the worst part. Like during COVID, my Apple Watch updated and started timing me for how long I was washing my hands. I was like, you know what? I don't need help with that.
That's
I got
a
it.
thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
I disabled it. It was like, you only washed your hands for 26 seconds. You should wash for a full 30 or whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, we're good.
You're supposed to sing
Wow.
happy birthday twice.
I had no idea.
But if you sing really fast, then it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
if you're fasting, it makes sense.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday,
Or if
happy
you sing it
birthday.
like Chew and you throw in the vato and all
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you only need to sing it one time.
Then
if
you
you're
get super
Chew.
clean at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you sing half the song then.
Right.
Yeah.
Just, it's a
It
whole
was like
other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Birthday
Yeah,
slash
measure.
9
Labor
beers
Day.
at a Dodgers game and then sang happy birthday to Greg.
Yeah. He's hungover and broke at this point.
$700 later.
Exactly. All right, let's talk a little news. Here, this one will piss off Flex.
I love getting pissed.
Oh, it's so good. The most popular beers in America, according to a poll. This poll came to us from YouGov. I've never heard of that before. They gave the top 20. I'm going to give the top 10 because we could be here all night. But number 10, I'll let you guys guess the top 5. Number 10, Coors. Number 9, Stella. Number 8, Corona Extra. Number 7, Modelo. Number 6,
I appreciate
Budweiser.
how you said that.
Yeah. Anybody who's listening for the first time, I know that's not how it's said. Number 6, Budweiser. You guys have any cracks at the top 5?
Miller Lite.
Nope.
Bud Light.
Michelob Ultra.
Nope. No lights. In the
Heineken.
top
No lights.
5.
Natty.
Heineken number 3.
Bush.
Some sort of natty. No?
No Bush.
Uh,
No Natty.
hold on. Hold on. Yingling?
No.
What
no.
is happening?
All right. One of top 5. Number 4 is Kraft. Technically. Barely.
Technically.
So I'll
Sam
give you number-
Adams.
Exactly. Number 4, Sam Adams.
Good job.
Okay.
So I'll give you number 5. We talked about earlier tonight. Blue Moon. Number
Okay.
4,
Okay.
Sam Adams. Number 3, Heineken. The 2 and 1 are the worst 2 beers you can
Oh,
buy
gotta be.
commercially,
So
Guinness? Oh, it says in
Keystone?
the U.S. though.
but in the U.S. So Erica nailed it. Guinness is
Guinness.
number 1.
Oh,
Okay.
gross.
I know how much you love it.
And number 2,
I give up.
Corona.
Oh, that had me fooled because
Oh.
of Corona Extra.
Yeah.
Ah,
Regular
it's
Corona. So 2 Corona,
gross.
1 Guinness. It's like, that's a 1-2 punch of barf.
Yeah,
What's wrong with people?
gross.
So gross.
It's just not good.
No, it's
Like-
really not.
I could stop saying gross if anybody wanted me to stop saying gross, but it's just not good.
It's
Much more
untasty.
polite.
Like it's just
Untasty. Unpalatable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
all
fact that people drink Heineken and they're like, "This is good."
Oh, it smells
Like
weird.
no, you're a fucking idiot.
And I have a huge beef with, all the beers from 10 to 20 were gross, but number 19 is White Claw. It's like, it's not even a fucking beer.
No, what? Okay, who made this?
If I
list
ever
again?
told you the
Yeah.
first time I drank a White Claw,
Was the last time you drank a White Claw?
yeah, actually it was. It was a fantasy football draft. This was like 3 or 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and they had whatever the first 3 flavors were. It was like lime, black cherry, and mango or something. And someone was like, "Oh, you gotta have one of these."
Like,
So I
do
looked at all the cans, and on the can of lime seltzer, it did say it was a beer.
I mean, it's in the beer category, like on the shelves and stuff.
I didn't understand it, but it said on the lime, the mango and black cherry did not say, but on the lime can it said.
That's
Beer.
weird. That
Do you think
is
it still says
super
that?
weird.
I'm so curious.
I don't think it does, but on the can, that's why I picked the lime can. I'm like, all right, I will drink that one.
Beer. If anybody has White Claws, let us know. I refuse. If I'm going to drink seltzer, like I prefer the fucking Kirkland brands over White Claw. White Claw's too sweet to me.
Topo Chico margarita.
Oh,
I didn't have the margarita one. I had a few of the Topo Chicos, and I strongly disliked them.
Ooh, the prickly pear margarita is very, very good. And
All right,
that's coming
I'll try
from me.
yeah. We have someone that left some of the margarita ones in our fridge, and I've been wondering, when you just need that buzz, but you don't want the calories.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only
worth a
reason I
try.
drink seltzers is like, oh, I'm watching my carbs this week because I feel fatter than ever. So
Super bloated.
Yeah.
Seltzer.
I can't even wear my extra large hat. I got to lose some weight.
Stop.
All right. Erica, you're a former teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ever drink on
I
the
am.
job?
And absolutely not. No.
For the record, not, but I mean off the record.
Absolutely not.
I'm joking.
No.
A third grade teacher was arrested for allegedly being drunk at work. The Perkins.
Third grade. Come on. Sorry.
I'd drink
Third
too
grade.
if I was a third grade teacher.
No, third grade. I'd say like maybe sixth grade. Third graders are really sweet.
All right.
Okay, keep going. Keep
All
going.
right.
I want
This
to hear
comes
more
from
about this.
Perkins, Oklahoma. The Perkins Police Department said school officials started having suspicions of Kimberly Cotis' behavior in the afternoon. Cotis is a third grade teacher at Perkins Tyrone
Is or was.
Intermediate School. Hopefully it
Yeah,
was.
right.
Yeah. Police said the superintendent of the Perkins Tyrone Public School District asked the school resource officer to make Cotis take a breathalyzer test. She was then arrested and taken off the property. He determined that she was under the influence of alcohol and she blew into a PBT and confirmed that she did have alcohol in her system. The school got on it fast. As soon as there was any concern about the teacher, they went into action and did what they needed to do. And they were doing everything they could to make sure everyone was safe at the school. The superintendent's office sent a statement about the issue, saying the district is cooperating with law enforcement as they continue the investigation into the issue. When police arrived around 3 p.m., they concluded that she had been drinking wine on her way to work Thursday morning. The breathalyzer test reported that she was 3 times over the legal limit of alcohol consumption.
How much
All right.
wine is she drinking?
They tested her at 3 p.m. and said she was drinking on the way to work that morning, and she was 3 times. So, was she like 7 times the legal limit when she started work?
She
They
has
also-
to be drinking during the day.
She
Yeah,
must
right.
be.
That's what I'm thinking.
They also found a recently used cup that smelled in alcohol in her bag inside the classroom. Police said that she could face charges for public intoxication. They said the incident is still under investigation. I'm surprised there's no charges of like child endangerment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would
Although
think there
third
would be.
graders can wipe their own ass, so they're pretty good. But I would say that, like, I would give this lady a little, you said she, right?
She.
Little more credit if she was maybe 4th or above, but up till 3rd grade, kids are like not that bad they're not little jerks so much. You don't really need to drink. Once you get above that, like I taught high school for a while, might need it. I'm just saying, 3rd grade, what's going on with this person?
Yeah, at that point, it's a personal problem.
It's a personal problem. Anything above that, it's excusable. It's
Or
like,
drinking
you get paid.
wine on the way to work. Like, I'm not a scientist, but it's
Also,
pretty
like
bad.
wine at 7:30 in the morning.
Wine of all things.
Yeah.
Wine in the morning.
You're a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, beer science. Yeah, wine at 7:30. It's one thing like, oh, it turns out she was drinking mimosas on her way to work. Like, all right, irresponsible, but
Right.
I get it.
But festive.
Wine. You're just
Yeah.
you're going through some shit. If you're drinking
Right.
wine in the morning
Bad
on the way
day.
to 3rd grade,
Yeah.
you're going through some shit. Just
Yeah, that is.
And there's
trying to
always
blow
good
things up.
wine too, which means it's cheap wine, which
It's
means you
pretty
really
cheap
got
wine.
a problem.
You're on a teacher's
Yeah.
salary. It's definitely cheap wine. Poor kids, poor students.
I was
Or lucky, probably easiest day of their life.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
wants
she
to watch a
totally,
movie?
she totally rolled in the TV cart, and they're like, "Hell yeah!"
goes movie,
My
then
parents-
recess, then movie, then recess, then
Yeah.
lunch, then movie,
I'm
then
gonna watch
recess.
some
Maybe somewhere in
G-rated
there were-
awesomeness.
Somewhere in there was like a round of Heads Up 7-Up. Come on.
Oh, Heads Up 7-Up, that was a classic.
That
You
was
know,
the best.
I gotta say, one of the learning curves of becoming a teacher was like G-rated in like 1987.
Oh, very different.
So different than G-rated in 2015 or whatever.
Are
And
you
so,
watching porn?
no, I'm G-rated.
Well, if
Disney
it's-
so-
shit.
Well, if it's different,
It is so different
I'm
though.
just trying
Like
to
I would-
clarify how different. I don't know.
like
I was
they
born
would
in 80.
drop like they would say like shit sometimes, I think. And I don't know. I was a little blown away by that. I think they've now differentiated on like the forms that parents have to sign. Like,
quick,
the
top
years
movies in
because-
1987. Let's go. Maybe
Aladdin.
Indiana Jones.
I don't know.
I was
Aladdin
maybe
was like
7 years
93.
old.
90s. Yeah.
I don't know. I was
Um,
working the farm. I didn't watch TV back then. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, like even some of the old Disney movies are a little racist too.
Yeah, I've never watched
Those are all
Pocahontas because
G.
that one pissed me off.
They just
let's see.
they were just weird. They were bizarre.
Yeah.
What were
We
some?
were watching
I think-
a Disney movie the other day at home, and like you know how they do the songs in all the Disney movies,
Mm-hmm.
but like where does the music come from?
What do you mean?
Like all the instruments, right? It's like
like where within the
yeah.
storyline?
Where is the music playing from as they start singing? So I think it would be funny if they just came out with these movies where there was no music playing and the person just started singing.
Just a cappella.
Just a cappella.
Seriously.
Because where the fuck is this coming from?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I had to Google. So Princess Bride was in 1987. Damn.
Yeah, that was
That's not
a solid movie.
Summer School. I remember that movie. 3 Men and a Baby. 3 O'Clock High. There are so many movies I
Three
remember.
Men.
from-
I preferred Three Men and a Little Lady.
Yeah, there was like a ghost in the back room.
Tom Selleck
background.
and Steve
one.
Gutenberg.
I was
Mhm.
only 2, so I don't. Yeah.
And then Ted
Damn.
Danson, but whatever, Ted Danson.
Yeah. Flex
Yeah.
was just a twinkle in the eye at that point, though. He
Aw.
wasn't even born yet.
Well, yeah, but I know all these movies.
You know these movies. Mannequin,
classic.
Overboard. That was a great year
Oh,
for
Overboard.
movies.
was
Overboard
good.
was really good.
So
Classic.
good.
Big fan. Kurt Russell. Oof.
Yeah. Goldie Hawn
Daddy.
at her peak. Mm.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Yeah, she
Oh.
was something.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, we'll
there
get
you
on
go.
creepy.
No, let's get creepier.
Say creepy? Okay. We're going to end it with this one. How shitty are Americans?
We're pretty
Like-
shitty.
We're pretty much the worst, like going overseas and traveling and stuff. Drunk American tourists spent a night in the Eiffel Tower. Security guards making the round before the Eiffel Tower opened Monday stumbled across an unusual find. 2 Americans fast asleep in a no-access area of the monument. And yet another case of tourists behaving badly at an iconic landmark. The men who purchased tickets to enter the attraction on Sunday appeared to have got stuck because of how drunk they were, Paris prosecutors told the news. Security guards roused the pair in the early morning.
Roused.
Oh. The tower's publicity-owned operator told AFP, adding that the pair had settled down for a sleep in an area between the tower's 2nd and 3rd levels, a space that is usually closed to the public. Police believe the tourist at some point during the visit jumped security barriers while climbing down the stairs from the top of the tower. The men were questioned by police, and while they did not pose any apparent threat, they'll be filing an official complaint. The monument has almost 40 rules in place for visitors, including a lengthy section on security that prohibits climbing over barriers, entering areas not open to the public, and running, sliding, jostling, or climbing, or holding group picnics.
I love jostling.
I love holding group
Love
picnics.
picnics.
How am I
Yeah.
supposed to go to this Eiffel Tower and not jostle?
Yeah, I want to jostle and picnic at the same time.
Right. Pull out some charcuterie on that shit. Yes.
The unexpected discovery delayed the tower's opening on Monday for around an hour and came after an eventful weekend at the monument, which draws around 7 million visitors each year. Anyways, it goes on to talk about previous cases. But thanks, Americans.
Yeah, giving us a bad name.
Again.
We're just trying to be good drunks over here.
Yeah.
And they're all
Yeah.
bad drunks over there.
Flex, do you guys do like grad night out there? Like go to the theme park or something?
What? What?
Oh, is that
Your
a no?
senior year?
Grad night?
Yeah, is that not a thing in the Midwest?
No.
Erica, what about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they would like the high school would set up something where everybody goes and stays a night and like puts on temporary tattoos and listens to music, right?
Okay.
Like it's all very squeaky clean. That grad
Oh.
night.
Oh, so down here, our grad night is Disneyland.
Oh, we went to Disneyland too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so
No,
grad
that was
night,
my 8th grade
Disneyland.
grad night.
Oh, we
Yeah,
don't
not high
have
school.
Disneyland here.
Oh,
You don't?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah. So that's probably, yeah.
I thought maybe
yeah,
you had
that's a
like
shocker, I know.
different park, like, you know. But down here in Southern California, grad night, Disneyland, and apparently more than just Southern, because you weren't in California in high school, right?
No, I was in Oregon, and I know I did a grad night there. I did. Oh, I have pictures. Yes, we did a grad night on our senior year at Disneyland.
Okay, so maybe it's like
It was
all
on
up
4th
and
of
down the
July.
West Coast or something.
Yeah, it was
on
on 4th of July.
Weren't you already
Yes.
graduated by then?
Yeah, we did it after the school year.
Oh, okay. So ours was
Yeah.
the night before graduation.
Oh, that's
and,
super
like,
cool.
The school goes down and blah, blah, blah. But like we were the first year allowed back at Disneyland for grad night because like 5 years prior, someone had went on the Mark Twain riverboat and jumped off into the rivers of America.
It's not good.
Our school was temporarily banned.
Right.
This was just following
Ruin
up
it
on
for
how
everyone.
shitty American
Mhm.
tourists are. So that's all. Yeah. Good times.
And
That
that was
sucks.
American tourists in America.
Yeah.
In America, just
being
messing with their own
American
shit.
as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. America. I'm gonna hit some music. First, I'm gonna say hi, Vanessa.
Didn't we already do that?
Oh, we did because the whole blue moon thing. But you
Yeah,
know what?
but
Hi again.
Hi again.
Yeah.
She deserves a double high.
Double hi. Hey-oh.
Hey.
Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm going to say follow us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic, at FlexMeABeer _ in between, and of course at Necknosh LLC _ after each one at necknosh.com. Get your Oktoberfest pretzels ordered. Like you're running out of time.
Yeah, you got like 1 week. We're
You
kind
got
of
like 3
inundated
days
right
left.
now.
Hurry up.
Yeah, do it.
Get your shit in there. Otherwise, we're talking Christmas pretzels. Hurry up. 805-538-BEER is the number to call. I do believe that's everything. I hope everyone out there is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.